There's the term midlife crisis, and it's so popular. And a crisis automatically, like, ensures panic. Like, you go into reactive mode. If you're in a crisis, it's something terrible and you have to respond and react immediately. When you think about crisis assistance or like states of emergency, that's what a crisis is. So a quarter life crisis is essentially the same thing, except you're 25 and you're going through a crisis. That instantly puts you in a reactive state. A consciousness, you're less reactive and more proactive. When you think about consciousness, you're not panicking, it's just being aware. You're looking at things from a different perspective, and there's a certain level of awareness that is generated by hindsight and essentially foresight. Like, I'm aware of what's going on around me. I'm aware of the experiences that have, and things that are going on in the world that have triggered certain things in response to them. And it's this level of awareness that's inspired, and that comes with age, maturity, and experience, and quarter life consciousness.
Because the world today, and more specifically the United States, is nothing to look forward to. It's an economy where the numbers on everything keep rising except the ones on our paychecks. A dollar gets you nothing, and it makes no sense that we have to pay more while being paid less. Meanwhile, gas used to cost an arm and a leg. No, literally, an arm, a leg, and occasionally the head of one of our brave soldiers who fought on Iraqi soil for oil in a war that was pointless from the jump. So now you try to control that agreement with her by telling her now, you only have to pay $169 at the pump. This is what I have to look forward to.
Like, from a young age, I wrote a piece that's it's called To Be Continued. And I wrote it at 11 years old. And it was about like my life up to 11. And people would always ask, like, well, how much could you have experienced at 11? But it's because even at 11 years old, there's a line in there that I'm talking about my mother, and it says her ticket out of the ghetto was on her left hand. And at 11 years old, I was consciously aware that my mother entered into a marriage to get us out of a certain neighborhood, out of a certain financial situation. And so I was aware of the things around me even young.
My father should have been a professor, because he's taught me more lessons than tuition would ever cover, and I guess WIC and welfare were like FAFSA to my mother. See, class has been in session ever since I was a toddler. Lesson 1, logic. Just because he made a baby doesn't mean he's a father. See, it's not about what they call you, it's about what you answer to. So what good is calling this man daddy if he's never around to answer you? Lesson 2, philosophy. I learned yours quick. Don't expect anything. No phone calls on your birthdays, no check-ins, no visits, Christmas presents, forget it. Man, don't even expect his presents on Christmas. See, expectations breed disappointments when the other party doesn't meet them. I started setting bars so low daddy could stoop and reach them. But I guess he had more important or perhaps just more pressing things to do, but class wasn't canceled, mommy just became the substitute.
Niggas change like the seasons and they gone in a breath. Yes, looking back, it's like a lot of things changed now.
I always had music. Like, I wasn't in the streets because I was in the studio. I wasn't running around getting pregnant because I was doing shows.
That's what I had to do right there, but it runs out to life.
I started writing music when I was 8. And it was weird because my mom put me in anger management. Like, we had bounced all around Richmond, and as a kid, you don't really understand like why you're being moved from place to place. So I was just frustrated, and she put me in anger management. And one of the tactics that they taught, or techniques they taught, was just write everything down. Write everything down. So I started writing out literally everything. I had a anger journal.
Yeah. What I want to know is how you break my. So it's only the end questions. How you break my heart so easily.
So music was like an escape, but I was always aware, like, this is my reality. Like, I'm a kid from this environment. Our financial situation wasn't the best. And so there was a level of consciousness there, but it was more so that consciousness, like, okay, this is what it is, and now what? Once I got to college, I started to be exposed to more. And so when you talk about consciousness in a sense of like an awareness of a perception, I realized, like, okay, there are certain behaviors and mannerisms that are expected of college students. And so I started to act accordingly.
The club go crazy when that bass hit. So let's face it, it's gonna get wild anytime a DJ playing up
Girl, put your hands on your knees, bend it over, let me see. Make it bounce up and down, up and down, up and down.
Why don't you grab me by my waist, make my knees touch my face and watch it bounce.
Even with the music I was making in college, I knew, okay, what's the events that pack out the most on the college campus? A party. So what am I gonna make? Party music. And that's where you saw records like Picture Booth and then Up and Down. And it's like, knowingly, these are the records that are gonna catch on in this type of environment. So there was still a level of consciousness of a persona and a perception that you have to have based on your environment.
But I have to teach them. And not just teach them, I have to reach them. And then make them reach unfathomable heights of enlightenment and understanding. I can't just tell them, I have to show them. Because to inquisitive 8th graders, who of course have all the answers, when you tell them that the world is not black and white, you must have proof. In order to make them believe that what you're saying is the truth, you see it goes against everything that they've been programmed to believe. Because did I mention that as a teacher, my biggest adversary is the TV? And the media has made my students believe that they should aspire to be basketball wives, Chief Keef, or athletes.
I had all these experiences and I never saw me as a teacher. But sometimes experience is the best teacher. And when I was teaching, I had the opportunity to see, like, there are things that are bigger than me and my reality.
Yeah. We go to school and get taught classes on PE, health, theater, and drama. Right. But I want to learn about what they did to those kids in Rwanda. School rating in France, my history lies in Ivory and Ghana. Yeah. So why should I give a damn about King Henry II, 3rd, 4th, or 5th when my ancestors came down, chained, and shackled on ships? Yes. But you see, our history is only what they want us to see. And so now I'm reading your little textbooks fascinated, like, why is it that most of your heroes die peacefully, but on the mind get assassinated? Yeah. Think about it.
Kids in the 8th grade reading on a 3rd grade reading level. And I'm like, how is this our reality? And you have black people like that are millionaires, but you have black kids who can't get updated textbooks. But you have rappers that are just literally throwing money. I read a news story about a rapper who threw $30,000 at the strip club. But you, in your own communities, and the people that are buying your music, their kids have textbooks from 2002. And it's like, if you're gonna have a platform, why not use it to impact something positive? Like, that's when I knew, like, party music had to stop. I look at music like a conversation. And I wouldn't talk to you if you were just saying anything crazy out of your mouth. So if I'm gonna say something, if I'm gonna do music, if I'm gonna do poetry, I'm gonna say something worth listening to.
In the land of the free, in the home of the brave, somehow we still enslaved. And the irony in this is the cops killing us is the ones our taxes paid. Emmett Till, Trayvon, and Tamir was all damn near the same age. New Year, same shit, only thing that's changed is the names that's on the graves. And we worked so hard trying to get ahead, so they want to keep us down. We were kings and queens, the American dream came around and snatched our crowns. They tried to break us, gave us
shackles, chains, and handcuffs. They call us gangsters when they shoot us, put our hands up. Wanna take our music, take our culture, take our heart and soul. Then do away with every one of us they can't control. Then you wonder why we looting, wonder why we shooting, wonder why violent riots. Cause we hear black lives don't matter when you say no indictment.
All we've ever had was these broken dreams. All we ever known was this misery. All they ever gave
gave us was poverty. All these chains holding me, I swear I can't breathe. All we've ever had was these broken dreams. All we've ever known was this misery.
Instead of flying overseas helping these communist nations get free, America needs to first work on the battles of our own turf. Let's take the crack niggas from the arms of our people and get them back into the church. And let's educate our youth, get their minds out of the dirt. I read the autobiography of Assata Shakur, and it was like a light bulb went off, like a switch went off. There was so much in that book just about black people, black communities, the Black Panthers. I'm like, this is not new. These are things from 1960. You're talking about black people being shot by the police.
Freedom and equality must really be a dream in the United States. Racial profiling is something I firmly believe in. It's to the point where every time I hear a police siren, I'm putting my hands where y'all can see them. Because I ain't trying to go to court again, or end up in a situation like the one Sandra Bland was in. With these white judges, white plaintiffs, white prosecutors, how can we win?
I feel like music and poetry and art, it's like a conversation. And I want to spark conversation. If I write a piece about oppression, I want to spark a conversation about oppression so that we can eventually like solve the problem. If I'm writing about teenage pregnancy, it's to inspire a different train of thought, because oftentimes we look at things so one-dimensional. And I always try and play devil's advocate if I'm writing a piece. And so instead of looking at it through like one lens, I want to provide an alternative lens to look at situations. That's why everything I write is based on actual real life events, real life circumstances, real life conditions, because I want to inspire new thoughts.
You are irrelevant, oh home of the brave, America the beautiful, big bully. I still can't comprehend fully how the White House has dozens of rooms and homes and people sleep outside of its front gates.
My mother raised me to know I have an image to uphold. And if anything was to be given to me in this country.
Vegans winning out here.
Hand me that chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear it up though.
No, I have cut out red meat. I used to love steak, but now I don't eat nothing red. I thought about going to Burger King the other day. I was like, that's gonna roll on my stomach.
All they ever gave us was poverty.
Give me a shoe. You sound like a little biatch. Right here, right here, right here. I mean, gotta need. This is light. Weird. All right, let's go. We're gonna make it. You want me to turn this light off? Yeah, turn the light off. I gotta get the feng shui going. I record in the dark. No light. Turn off the lights. So tell me, anybody feeling bleaky?
They tried to break us, gave us shackles, chains, and handcuffs. Then call us gangsters when they shoot us with our hands up.